welcome to Her Majesty blog, where we bring together the world of pageants with the sole aim of revolutionizing the standards of beauty. Welcome on this particular show. Oh my god, it has been a while. It's been a while. And make sure that I also just looked the part. I hope you guys missed us as much as we did. We are so honored to be back on your screens for another absolutely amazing show where we are just about to give you nothing but the best in all things of pageantry. It is your first time watching us. Welcome. You are at the right place on that very spot that you're at. You're at the front row seat for all things pageantry. On this particular series, we get to know and go behind the scenes of the founders, the queens, the directors, listen, finalists, you name them, to find out what it takes to be pioneering women within the pageant industry. So do feel free to follow us across all our social media platforms to be in touch and to get to know Tswelopele. And I'm about to accept her. Ta-da! Hi, Tswelopele. How are you?
I'm good, and how are you?
I'm well, thank you. I was just singing your praises now before you joined this live. Kira, I'm joined by an absolutely amazing guest, and I'm sure our viewers can agree that you look also stunning. How are you doing?
I'm good, just a bit tired, but I'm good.
It's Thursday now. It's sinking in that we'll be coming close to the end of the week.
Yeah.
Oh man, we're so honored that you chose to just take this time to chat with us. We really appreciate it.
And I'm honored to have been considered to be part of your interview.
I'm struggling a bit to hear you, my love. Can you try to adjust the volume a bit on your phone? Can you maybe say something? Say hi, hello. All right, at the moment it's buffering. Can someone please let me know in the comments if they're able to see and hear us both clearly, or if the image seems to have paused on her end? Let me see. Okay, she seems to have left us. I think she will send us a request, but I'll also beat her to it and send her a young request from my end. There you go. Okay, yes, she's back. Thank you so much, Umke. I'm about to get her in. Okay, let me accept her again. Okay, it says invited, so I'm sure she should be joining us shortly. Hello, everybody. I think I got a chance to wave at everyone just before chatting to Tswelopele, but I want to see if I missed anyone in the comment section. Oh, it says she's unable to join. Okay, let's try inviting her in. If you're able to hear me, Tswelopele, I'm going to send you notification from my side. Please approve it on your end, my love. Okay, it says invited, so I think it should let you in soon. I've just sent my request. I can't see the invite. Okay.
maybe these invites are just clashing. Because here it says invited on our side. Okay, now that it says it's unable to join, let me try to accept this one that you have sent. Thank you also for your patience, guys. I do promise we will get on soon. Yay! Thank you. Oh my goodness. These are just the joys of live interviews. So listen, don't panic. It's normal. It happens. Thank you so much for coming back, my dear.
Thank you.
All right, great stuff. Also, can also someone let me know in the comments if they can both hear the back of if they can hear the both of us clearly. Apologies about that, and then it'll be great. But before we just get into the serious stuff, let's try to ease the nerves. Let's try to, because the network is trying to be a weapon that won't prosper in this life. So I didn't get that.
No, it won't be a weapon formed against us.
Hey, listen, so listen, we won't allow it to prosper in this life. So yes, I am gonna ask you a quick question. It's a few questions, right? So these questions are basically just to try to get to know you better. It's a good game, man. It's just like this or that, and then you just choose any one of the two that relates to you the most. All good?
Yeah, that's good.
Okay, great stuff. Let's start with this one. Rooftop nights or cozy countryside mornings?
Cozy countryside mornings.
Okay. Herbal tea or chamomile tea?
Chamomile tea.
Classic elegance or fast lane luxury?
Classic elegance.
Comfort food or fine dining experience?
I'll go for comfort food.
I was about to say you're giving fine dine experience. So I get why it was hard. So listen, there's a very close relation to both because one would love to literally just be on their couch and being warm in this weather and sitting, just feeling themselves comfort food. Then there's that thing of, it would be so nice to look good and just go for a fine dine experience.
So it was a really hard one there.
All right, last one. CEO mindset or soft girl era?
CEO mindset.
Clock it. Love it. Okay. No, that's about it. That's about it. Okay, saying I usually wanted to say comfort food, but now fine dining experience is the real deal. Yeah, no. Listen, with this weather and everything, I think we're all just like wanting comfort food. Like when I'm a listen, like the works.
For that.
I beg your pardon?
Yeah, this is the perfect weather for my comfort food.
Exactly. We try not to feed into these cravings for that comfort food, but listen, it's totally giving in the season.
Yeah.
Okay. So now for those who are wondering, who are seeing you for the very first time here on our platform, who is Tswelopele? What does she do? And all that amazing stuff. Please tell us who you are beyond the titles.
Okay. So obviously my name is Tswelopele Kimberly Nteo. I am currently 18 years old, turning 19 in a few days.
Okay.
Yeah, I am from Pretoria. I'm currently a student. I'd literally describe myself as an introverted person because that's just who I am. Love staying at home, being by myself, you know. And I feel like that's very contradictory as a pageant girl, but who I am. Love staying in, very introverted, quiet girl. Obviously outspoken when necessary. So yeah, I think that's who I am.
Okay. Where did you say you're from in Pretoria?
I'm from Pretoria and Mamelodi.
Okay, Monamans. Okay, no, I love it. From one Pretoria girl to another. I'm from Maopane, so listen, I salute, love, love, love Pretoria girlies. And now, as a Pretoria girly, most people know you as a girl who's into pageant, a model, but you're also into aviation. I just want to find out what inspired you to go into that route.
Ooh, so my aviation journey started, I think I was in grade 4. Yeah, so my mom used to talk all about flight attending because it's something she really wanted to do. So I was like, what is flight attending? And then she's like, no, you're on a flight attending. And in my eyes, I really thought it was just like the people that serve you flight, and then that until I actually got into it, I realized it's way deeper than just serving on a beach on that air. It's so more complicated. But yeah, ever since my mom told me about it, I looked into it. I found it very interesting. I was like, this is something I'm going to get into, after my matric. And yeah, loving it so far.
Okay, and which part of the aviation space are you in?
I'm doing cabin crew training.
You're doing?
Cabin crew training.
Oh, lovely. That's nice. And how are you finding it so far?
It's a bit tricky, I won't lie. To be honest, it's more than just what people see on TikTok and on Instagram because they think it's just, oh, hi, ma'am, what can I get you? But when you really get into it, you understand that, oh, you must learn about different types of veins in case someone gets an injury on board. You must know what type of wounds got in them. Like, whoa, what is this? I'm starting to be a doctor because I was a postdoc and I found birth. I'm like, why am I learning how to give birth? But it's just goes beyond just learning about serving passengers on board. It's you become a doctor, you become a teacher, you become all of these things in one career. You learn about aviation, and that's why I feel like
Okay, wow. I never would have known that you need to learn how to give birth because in my head, I'm like, hi, man. When you're there on the flight, I'm sure you must just learn basic first aid. If maybe I cut my finger, if maybe but now it makes sense because now what if there's no doctor or no nurse on the flight? Then listen, someone needs to do the things in that particular moment. Oh, wow. I'm
yeah,
learning so much about this.
I'm
Ah, I
but
beg
yeah,
your
it's
pardon?
interesting. It's interesting being in aviation. I would highly recommend because it comes with learning a lot. Because now if out of it, now I'm going to know how to give birth. Now I know how about different types of baby. I know what are dangerous goods. They don't know that before. So I really learned a lot. Just outside, like a cabin crew member, I really learned a lot. Because now I can apply it to if I see something, I'll be like, oh, this situation, I'd apply directly. So I know what are now. So yeah, I really learned a lot in aviation. That more than I was before.
Okay, wow. It really sounds like one of those courses and careers that are multifaceted. You become good at almost everything at the same time. It's really just beyond looking good and, assisting your customers with this and that on the flight. There is a comment from Gino Sitole, and she is saying, Big sis. I also saw another comment from Resho Etswe saying, My love. Ah, so
That's my
sweet.
wow.
That is,
That's my big sis.
oh, love to see it. Love to see it. Listen, sisterhood is such a precious thing to have, especially across the pageant industry. So big ups, big ups, big ups to that. And speaking of, pageantry, what is that one thing that you would say to, a little young, Neo that's just sitting there and this has an idea of, I want to be part of pageantry. I want to do this. What would be your advice to your younger self?
The one advice I'd give to my younger self is never give up because we get because I feel like as pageant girls we do know that pageantry comes with a lot of um turbulences during the way, you know. It comes a lot with a lot of discouragement, when you do the pageant you feel like suddenly I'm not good enough. I should just
Mm,
so I feel like the advice I'd give to my younger self is don't give up because we make it. Because growing up, I literally grew up in started pageants when I was 11, and until now, just went through a lot. There were points where I did feel like giving up, but like this is too much for me. Um, but my mom kept me at it, she pushed never give up. And that is the exact advice I give to myself, to never give up, because you know, you actually do make. And look where I am now. I wouldn't be here had I given up. You know, I wouldn't be Miss Luxe.
I mean,
So yeah.
oh wow. Listen, and to every other young person that is definitely watching this with aspiration or hopes of making it within the pageant industry, you know, like you said, they should not give up, you know, because it's not always smooth sailing. It's not as easy as it looks, but it's definitely worth it.
Because I feel like on the outside, pageants look like, oh, on stage, answer question, and you get your crown and you go home. But it goes way deeper than that. You know, it comes to a lot of self-analyzing that you must go through. It comes to character development, you know. So all of that might be in a positive way, you know. It may come in a negative way, it may discourage you. So through all of that, you need to get high and keep working those skills, because it's something that you're passionate about.
Okay, no, absolutely. No, I love that. I love that. And you know, I think it's just one of those industries and one of those, you know, it's called a sport. I don't know if there's Coach Merv who often say that pageantry is a sport. So it's not something that you just wake up and you're like, I mean, today the boys aren't just gonna go on that stage and play Mexico. They've been practicing, they've been, you know, going for training and so just like about yourself as well, you know, it's work. He's been practicing, you've been rehearsing and doing the absolute most to make sure that you have made it up to the stage.
Mm.
All right. And now congratulations on being the reigning queen for Miss Luxe South Africa. Listen, how did you feel when your name was announced?
Ooh, I will never ever forget. Basically, so we were standing there, me and her, and suddenly the room went quiet for some reason. Because in my head, I was really not trying to convince myself. I was like just trying to convince myself that, okay, they're gonna call number 46, they call number 46, number 46. And I'm standing there and I'm holding hands with her. And then the minute I heard him say 40, I was gone. 40, I'm like, oh, you actually made it. Out of
Yes.
you were the main winner. And that's when it officially
Yes.
began. And I looked at my mom. My granny was literally crying, you know. So
Oh,
started clicking when I saw my whole family was just there and they were like clapping. I'm like, oh, you actually won. And it felt so amazing because like you said, it's not just the one day thing when you wake up and you just go to the pageant. Miss Lux is one of the pageants where I really gave it more all from the beginning, from when I was a semi-finalist to being a finalist to actually being on stage. It took a lot out of me. So me actually winning was like, we actually did it. It was a huge milestone for me, something that I was really working towards, something that I really wanted. And me finally getting it meant a lot to me.
all right. And then there is Precious Malady who's saying, hi, Queen. Will you share your experience at Miss Luxe South Africa? Please share this one briefly. Let's start from when you were finalist and right through to when you were crowned.
Okay, so we started as a semi-finalist, right? So from a semi-finalist, same thing as a finalist. You need to put in as much work as you would as a finalist, right? The
All
charity
right.
work, involvement, social media involvement. And obviously, you had from there devoted to being a finalist. And then I got into my finalist journey. Same amount of work put in. I went to my old high school. I had to work with them. Amazing experience. I worked with people I went to school with. You know, I had organized a pageant after so long of organizing it. I feel like that's one thing I wanted to invest in because as a pageant girl, that's what I love. Like, let me just go back to my old high school and actually help them create
Yeah.
that opportunity for young girls in schools that don't know where to start. So it's like a school pageant is the perfect start, right? So I was able to work with my school, host a pageant for them, and I was able to work with a different area, help them organize as well. I'll donate to one of my orphanages of choice. And yeah, I mean, obviously voted to be a finalist, made it to my finalist. Yeah, then I also was able to work with my school as well again for trainings. And then this one was where we officially established it. We posted it, and then I was able to pick girls that won top five, offer them training and interview with the pageant outside the pageant because I felt like that was the perfect place for them to start. So yeah, being a Miss Luxe finalist was really nice because it really opened a lot of doors for me. It took me out of my comfort zone as well. So yeah, being a
Okay.
as well, it's really amazing. It's really nice. Like the one question most people ask me, you get to keep the car? Yes, you do. Um, that's the one. That's what everyone keeps asking me. You get to keep the car? Yes, you keep the car. Yeah. So that was my.
And that's leading up to my next question because I was about to say, guys, it's not every
I
pageant
know.
going to get a car. Like, listen,
I know.
getting a car is a big deal, and at your young age, I mean, it must have been something that is, quite significant for you. And I just want to ask you, how did that feel for you? What did that mean to you?
Winning a car was, I knew that when you win Miss Luxe South
Yeah,
Africa, but I was like, wait, I actually won a car, and
like, this is it, here, Ash.
when they took me to my car, they're like, "This is your car." I'm like, "Oh, this is actually my car." So it really felt amazing considering I was the youngest competitor there, you know. So it really felt amazing. I felt like all the hard work I've put in not just from being a semi-finalist, from when I was 11 until now, really, because not everyone can say on a car, but I can
Yeah.
stand and say my journey in pageantry made me win a car, own a car today.
Okay, wow. I hope everyone that's on our live that's hoping to enter Miss Lux in a year or two's time, we're taking notes from this chat. They're realizing that it's really not just about the big prize, it's just the car. I mean, it's great. It's absolutely good and well, but it's actually work, towards this crowd, and it's work I can imagine also after and so forth. I just want to squeeze in one last question, and that is from Sito Ataki. I hope I pronounced it correctly. I'm so sorry. And they're asking, do you have to be present on social media? I think they mean, do you have to be like very present in terms of your presence when you're a finalist and also as a
Yes,
reigning queen for Miss South Africa?
yes, by all means, yes. Because as a queen, right? So, okay, let's start as a finalist. As a finalist, you
Yes.
was a brand ambassador for this title. So now, Miss South Africa has to see that you are capable of being their brand ambassador. Because again, it goes just beyond being the queen by title. You need to be active on
Yes.
social media. We need to see what you're doing as a finalist. We need to see why you should be the queen. Because again, it's not just behind closed. The public also wants to see Jorge, if she wins Miss Luxe South Africa, why should you know? So
Mm,
social media is you showing the people outside the organization, Miss Luxe South Africa, that this is who I am. I'm your finalist.
yes.
Please vote for me. Because again, how are people gonna vote for you when they don't know what you're doing? How are people gonna vote for you when they don't know that you're a finalist? So
Yes.
media presence is not only beneficial to the being list, but it's also beneficial to yourself because now people acknowledge that, oh, that's Kimberly. She's a finalist for Miss Luxe South Africa. So yeah, you have to be.
All right. I hope that answered your question, my darling. And now you are a huge mental health advocate. And, as somebody who is a mental health advocate, we would just like to kindly find out how has pageantry, affected your mental health and your wellness holistically?
Okay, so like I said, pageantry comes with a lot of obstacles. And as
Yeah.
someone that didn't have the best mental health back then, I feel like it at some point it depleted, right? To a point where I had myself doubting like, oh, I didn't win because I was pretty, was I not deserving? And that kind of messed with my mental health. But at the same time, it helped build my mental health because I've come to
Okay.
understand that it goes beyond just being, and it goes beyond just being a model on stage, right?
Yes.
Having to go through all of that made me realize that it made up my mental health stronger in a way because now I've come to acknowledge that it's not that you're not pretty, it just wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
So every time I went through an obstacle in pageant, my mental health became stronger because I realized a lot of things in that experience. So it did at some point down health really badly, but then again, it built me to make my mental health a bit more stronger. Hence why I really like mental health because I feel like people that do just touch the surface, they don't get into it as to how pageantry can really break you down. You can go crying, shedding tears that I did observing.
Because I also think it's such a huge journey because you go from working towards a particular crown, right? And with the hopes of being placed, absolutely, and you have a community behind you rallying. And listen, I think I always say when you enter a pageant, it's more than just it's your immediate community, your family, it's your community from where you come from, because support be real there as well. And then as soon as you do not make it, I think that's where one's mental health starts slightly be twitched a bit there, because you know what? You feel like I had all these people and I disappointed them. Whereas it's a sport, guys. But Bafana doesn't win every day, guys. Like the aim is to win. I mean, that's the goal. However, you also need to pick yourself up and be like, if I didn't win this time around, it doesn't mean that next time it won't be the case. And with you being in the public eye, I think also puts you in the public eye. How would you say, as Tswelopele, you are able to just manage with, the praises, because there are praises there when people are rallying for you. And even after you are crowned, there are still praises and criticism. How would you say you strike a balance between those?
I feel like what I always remind myself is to be very mindful, right? I always take any criticism as good criticism, because what you don't realize, somebody else did. What you did wrong, someone else. You might have not noticed that else. So regardless of how it comes out from a specific person, it's up to you to how you receive it. So I always remind myself what they're saying, right? They might have not said it in a big way, but just try and read what they were saying, because people aren't always nice. So it all comes as an individual to be like, okay, sit down and actually read what they say, or think about what they said, and actually find out how you can improve from what they said. So I always tell myself, any criticism is good criticism. Regardless of how it comes out, it all comes down to how you take it.
Love that. And this brings me to my next question for you. You are quite a visionary, and this is why you are the founder of Bokamoso Botlotela. What is your vision, or what has inspired, you saying that I actually want to start Bokamoso Botlotela NPO?
Okay, so Tswelopele has been an idea in my head, right? It started last year around like, and I really couldn't establish that because I was in matric and I had a lot going on. So I made a promise to myself that after Miss Luxe South Africa, whether you win or lose, you are gonna establish this, right? And winning Miss Luxe South Africa was just a cherry on top. So I was like, okay, Shafna, or Miss Luxe South Africa, this is your platform, this is your opportunity to officially establish your NPO, so you can do things through it, right? So my NPO will officially be out at the end of this month. The aim is to reduce society, spark the uncomfortable conversation that people do not want to hear about mental health. Because, like I said, people who talk about mental health just scrape the top and just leave it like that. So I want to have the deep conversations that people are too to have, that they feel so uncomfortable, right? Because I feel like as a teenager myself, who better to understand a teenager than a teenager, right? So that is what I'm at, and obviously to give back to my community because they are why I am Miss Luxe.
Okay. No, I love that it was a vision for you beyond the crown, because I think in most cases you'd find that because it's close to what your advocacy would be, you would rally and do the most during your year of reign, or during your road rather towards the crown. And you often find that sometimes, somehow, it's almost like life gets busy and whatnot, and we tend to leave these NPOs and things that we're passionate about behind in the process. So we truly wish you all the best with Bokamoso Botlotela Pele. It's in the name, guys. It's in the name. So literally, it has a very, very bright future ahead, and we can't wait to see all the amazing next that will come from it. And speaking of Bokamoso Botlotela Pele, I want you to just bring me into Bokamoso Wahao. Like, I want you to just in one sentence tell me, what does the future look like for you?
The future for me, ooh, okay, the future spark more into pageantry and obviously my NPO. I'm going to take my pageantry and work hand in hand in order to establish what I I feel like the goal for many girls that are obviously be Miss South Africa, right? So as
Yeah.
I'm studying, we're gonna establish that. We're gonna put our studies, graduates, title as I'm Miss Luxe South Africa now, establish my NPO, and then after Miss Luxe South Africa, about the bigger title that I want to get, obviously Miss South Africa. But before that, I really want to build myself. Again, there's no Miss South Africa with no degree, you know. So obviously, this is
Come on.
and I feel like this goes beyond just Miss South Africa. Every pageant girl needs to be educated, in my opinion, because now you're a role model for young girls. To always be in mind that
Mm,
the pageant girl, there's young girls that are looking up. So now you need to build yourself to be a positive role model, so that whoever looks up to you can be inspired to be like, "Oh, she graduated 4 times. Now I also want to graduate 4 times." You know, it's a mindset that you put for yourself. Because look at,
mm,
yeah, she went abroad, studied abroad. Someone that used to look up to her and still does now. It's a motivation for me because now why it's been former Miss South Africa, you know. So the future for me is obviously created beyond just Cammy Poo. Focus more on my NPO and my
Okay, love that. And now straight to our final question, which also happens to be our signature question here at Her Majesty. And this should be an easy one for pageant girl. Ah, you've got this. And the question is, what does beauty mean to you?
beauty to me means beauty beyond just the outer perspective, just beyond,
Yes.
right? Being a beauty queen doesn't mean that pretty on stage, doesn't mean that walking interviews, as much as you're pretty on the outside, just, just as pretty on the inside. Meaning that
Mm,
whatever brought you on now, remember that the community that voted for you did all of that for you. Remember when you win that title. Don't just be like, oh, now that I won and then you get
yeah.
exactly. So beauty to me means being beautiful beyond the perspective, but being beautiful inside as well.
Oh, love that. What an amazing answer, and what an amazing time with you. I mean, it's true that time flies when you're having fun. And listen, I couldn't agree more. This was such a fun chat to have with you. And I think there was one question that, hey, they're gonna hit me here at Her Majesty. Yo, my producer, please forgive me. That I want you to just say in brief, right? Someone was asking, I think it was Naomi Mamko. She was saying, for it. Does being Miss Luxe Africa take your full time, like work and school? I think if she heard you in the beginning, it technically doesn't. I stand to be corrected because you mentioned that you're also in aviation school.
Yes, it really doesn't because
Okay.
being in aviation school takes most of my time, 90. That's where I'm at. I'm always studying. So Miss South Africa take up most of your time. However, you do need to prep for it because bear in mind, still a time. The same way you're working towards the journey is one of the effort you should put in up. Don't just think that, oh, now that I want, I can do that. You know, so the same amount of work you put in for your craft, I feel like it's the same amount of work that you put in up. So it doesn't really my time, but I really do give it time because I do understand that I am.
Okay, no, I hope that answers her question. And now, lastly, how can people follow you across the socials? Like, where can they see you? Where can they support you? All that great stuff.
Okay, so most of my journey, if you're interested in my Miss Lux journey, follow the Miss Lux South Africa page and on my Instagram, which is kimmy._w, and my Facebook, which is
Okay, and just like that, we have come to a wrap of our interview with you. Thank you so much once more for the pleasure of your time. You have been such an amazing guest. And listen, we wish you just like your name, Tswelopele, and everything that you are doing. We wish you, you know what, all the beautiful things that life has to offer, and literally all the best in future endeavors. Thank you so much for being with us in this evening.
Bye.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye. Good night.
Nighty. Ah, there you have it. Wow. Talk about, okay, I think this is Gaswana, and I'll try to translate it as good as I can in English. but it says Elina Leaborelong, when this basically means that when someone is living up to their name. Her name is Tswelopele, which basically means to succeed, which basically means to really just, hey, do the most in all areas. And she is absolutely doing the most as your Miss Luxe South Africa and also as a young lady within the aviation space. So we say salute to her. And yeah, we have come towards a wrap of tonight's show. I'm just going to quickly read the announcements that we have for you, and they go as follows. Our flagship show, it is within her series, is in full swing. If you are a title holder, pageant director, or CEO interested in having an interview with us, please reach out to us by sending us a message via the DMs or via email or also on WhatsApp. Our details are available on our profile. If you know or if you are someone who's a pageant owner, a service provider, you can now advertise your services, products on our platform. Simply send us a DM or send us email or just chat us out on WhatsApp. A Majesty organization now offers fully tailored brand partnerships and promotional opportunities for individuals and organizations. Please contact us for inquiries. Terms and conditions do apply. Our contact details are as follows: Her Majesty Organization at gmail.com. For all emails and for WhatsApp, the number is 076 730 2317. I'm going to repeat it. It's 076 730 2317. And for DMs, we are at Her Majesty Organization on Instagram and yeah, at Her Majesty Org for short. We can't wait to hear from you. So thank you so much for showing us some love across all our social media platforms. We have been honored with all the love that we've been receiving from you guys, and we do trust that you will continue to show us love and support and all the goodness and all the warmth in this winter season we find ourselves in. So thank you so much, and do follow us across all our social media platforms, Twitter, listen, TikTok, you name it. And also please catch up and subscribe to our YouTube channel to watch all the amazing episodes that you might have missed. But this is a wrap from me, Rita Mafelo, and the team. It's good night and God bless. Bye.